Listen. Yeah. Yes, Lord. Get that out of there. What is going on, everybody? Listen, if you, I'm so mad. It wasn't up when I initially started it. I'm trying to make it up. Hey, everybody, it's your boy Matty-Rants. Listen, we have got a lot to talk about today with RuPaul's Drag Race UK versus the World. Season 3, Episode 4. It is a girl group episode of OuterSpace proportions. I'm in love. Wait, what was it? I'm in love with an alien. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Na-na-na-na-na-na-na. I don't know how I feel about that song. I'm not sure yet, but there were some good verses. I'm a star baby for the category is, however they wanted to interpret that. A little bit of light drama here and there from the beginning of the episode to then rehearsals in said episode to then once we get to a Chippy Tea decision. Oh. When you thought you were safe, when it was very much I'm hometown and that can't be touched, when it's given that and I thought that girl was my Judy, I said, ooh, not your Judy. That was interesting. I said, baby, the words that were used whenever the decision was made, I was like, wants to keep around and enjoys their presence. I was like, wait. What is happening? But hey, you never know what's going to take place. And as we have seen on a recent episode of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 18, you better know your words. So there ain't nothing. Track record, where you from, hometown, all of that don't matter. I said, ooh, and there it is. So we're going to get into it today. And opinions will be made, but they're just opinions, so don't take it too seriously. Promise. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, become part of this Rain Pack family. I appreciate you so much for being here today. Happy Wednesday to you. In case you didn't know, there is a America's Next Top Model docu-series out right now on Netflix, and there's also, I think, another one that's coming out on E with a couple of the winners that are going to be interviewed as well. Some other things going on, and I'm just like, what? This may be the year of reckoning for Tyra Banks, but we shall see. I do know that I'm covering that show exclusively on Patreon with reactions, but for those of you who are wondering, Matt, are you going to do something here for YouTube? Yes, I am. Since I don't cover that other show that's clearly going in one direction and is super boring right now until the reunion happens, I'll be back then. I will be Friday doing a light review recap of Reality Check inside America's Next Top Model on Friday. It'll be in the morning. I do have a friend coming in town. If y'all don't know who Bleeker is, Bleeker, one of my besties, is coming in town this weekend. So we're going to be doing some things together, but I will still be, of course, doing the season 18 review on Saturday. But for those of you who are wondering about the for those of you who are wondering about the America's Next Top Model docuseries, I am going to do like a cute little hour just breaking down my thoughts on it. And this is from the perspective of somebody who watched it in real time. If you know how old I am, an 80s baby here. And I got to see that show from the beginnings on UPN, not on Netflix, but the beginnings on UPN weekly, tuning into that one. And I watched it all the way through, I believe, for about 13, 14 seasons, took a break, came back, stopped by the Rita Ora season, laughed at Rita Ora, was glad Rita Ora was no longer there. And then when I saw it try again on VH1, I was like, nope, still not giving. So It's interesting, but we will talk about it on Friday. If you want to catch my reactions, and right now on it's on Patreon, and that's a good segue into my links. Which, if you do want to find me on Patreon for as low as $1 a month, please go ahead and get yourself over there. It's going to be $2 a month starting in March, but right now you can get that $1 a month. Uh, the ADHD hit. Ow, subscription. We'll just say that. It's not the word I want to use, but $1 gets you in the door, and you can watch over 700 plus videos. So right now we're covering America's Next Top Model, UK versus the World, season 18 of Drag Race, and Traitors. But I'm also going to be adding House of Villains to that roster too. That will be starting actually very soon. I believe next week will be the beginnings of House of Villains, and I believe it's going to be a 3-episode premiere. So Patreon will be giving those reactions first for the 3 episodes, and then I will be doing, an episode each review, posting probably going to be daily for that one to catch back up until they do weekly episodes. So yeah, I'm excited to cover that with you. All my links are available in the About section for this channel. It's a Linktree link. It'll take you where you need to go. I also have Cameo if you want to book me, merch available at dragqueenmerch.com, and PO Box too. Yeah, I have that. There's a Discord as well. Sure. Affiliate partner with Paramount Plus. Work. Something else. I feel like I'm not giving the game today, and it's probably because I have a migraine after this morning. It was a very crazy morning, both online and offline here. So that's another reason why I'm going to be doing the top model reaction tomorrow morning versus right after this episode, because I need to take a step away from the computer, a step away from social media and the phone, and take a break. The girls are giving me a headache, and I don't want to have to argue. I'm not in the mood. We got a lot going on, and we got big fish to fry. So I just need to do what I've been taught to do. Shout out to my therapist. Step back for a second. I think that's important for some people. They just need to take a break, take a moment, turn it off, get in your little world, come right back. We got you again a little later, but I'll see you again tomorrow on Patreon, and of course Friday for the review, and Saturday as well. So yes, all that's available in my About section, so check it out over there. This disclaimer is going to be important because I've got some opinions today. It is a program for entertainment purposes only, I promise, and content's not intended to malign any religion, race, gender, company, individual, or wigs. All opinions expressed by myself are just my sole personal views, and they do not reflect the opinions of every human on the planet. Do not send hate to any of the shows or individuals mentioned on this program. Don't be rude. Grab your libations and strap in. Matty's a talker. You may be here for a while. Don't post these posts in the chat. And if you feel uncomfortable viewing this program, consume some Activia and have yourself a good poot. I want to go up before I remove this disclaimer. I want to give a little something here. That no hate should be sent to any of the shows or individuals or myself mentioned on this program. I'm talking about you getting in someone's DMs and saying some regretful ass stuff. If you want to have some opinions and post it on your channel, that's your shit. That's your business. But I'm talking about the other stuff where you need to directly get somebody and do all that extra. That's what I'm referring to. Thanks. But yes, get yourselves locked in, everybody. I promise not to keep you here too long. And we'll get it started. If you want to throw any love in my jar for your boy hosting with the most right now, please and thank you. We have a lot on the agenda, kids, okay? I'm trying to... So much happening. My July is about to be crazy. But anywho... PayPal.me/Matty-Rants, Cash App $924, and then Matty-Rants. You do not have to, but if you want to, it's appreciated. But hitting that thumbs up button is a requirement, as well as getting in the comment section and talking about this episode with your boy. Oh, that's right. Now I remember. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, I'm so happy. The memory. Okay. Because I've been talking and I'm like, something I keep forgetting to tell you. So tomorrow, Thursday, again, Top Model Documentary, Patreon, in the morning, early afternoon. Cool, great, awesome, wow. Traitors is going to be coming on a little later on that evening. It's like 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern, right? So what I'm going to do before Traitors comes on and I do my reaction, since I don't talk about the show anymore until we get to the reunion, is that I'm going to be doing a Dead by Daylight stream. There we go. Thank you, Matthew. Tomorrow, and that will be around, I'm going to say 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, 6 p.m. Eastern on my channel. I'm going to do like a 2-hour stream prior to Traders as sort of like a brief, like fun gaming moment, as well as just something to do that's kind of, rant pack energy prior to doing the Traders, because we're probably going to be watching it live for those of us who record, or for those of us who just like to watch the show like that. So if you do want to join me, hop on in, but it's only going to be exclusively 2 versus 8 games. Because right now in DVD, they're doing like a little 2v8 event. And so in honor of that, because I haven't actually done any of the 2v8s, and I didn't do the last sort of rift thing they did, we'll be playing that. So, and I've actually gotten good at my 2v. My survival rate has jumped extremely high. I was practicing yesterday. So we're going to be doing that tomorrow. It'll be at 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern. I'll be, of course, posting. But yes, there we go. Great. I was like, I almost forgot all about that. It was on the tip of my tongue and then it left me. Let's get to UK versus the world. I don't hate any of these people. Oh, ooh. You know what? If you want to drop a tippy poo, the jar is right there down below. Thank you, strangers. And those who I know. What's up, Rant Pack? Let me get your comments up here right now. We need to hit this one more time. One more time. I am not in the mood to argue today. And I think you already know where I am on a lot of things. Okay. I initially was going to do a whole rant report and video about a whole situation that took place with one of these contestants on this show. Receipts were recently dropped, and then all of a sudden something was then made a statement since the information was there. I am going to choose not to have that conversation today. But I have made my feelings known in other spaces, Discord, Patreon, in reference for that. If that makes any sense today, I'm going to just talk about this show because I'm making that decision, and I'm choosing to make that decision because you already know where I'm at, and I'm not in the mood to make my entire episode about that today. So that's what we gonna do there. So I'm going to talk about the TV show. You want to know the rest of that stuff? You know what platforms to go to find that information. You are all children of 2026 on the internet. You can type in keywords and pop off and do whatever and however you feel about the certain situation. I've already made my feelings clear, but I'd like to just talk about the show. And I think I've said it enough now to where that can seep in, sit in, and take it there. Cool, bet, because trust. Yeah, but anywho, this is where we at today. Let's go ahead and get on with the show. I'm afraid, but also thankful, and we're going to have to be this person. Here we go. Visit AOL keyword Maddie from No, some old racist tweets had popped up and an apology was issued, as well as a explanation of said sorts from Sminty. And people are receiving and some aren't, and it's turned into a debate. And some people say it's privilege, some people say people are holding things over. It's a lot. And so for me, I'm not giving no speeches in reference for that today. I am moving on because I'm already tired. And so whoever feels a way about what situation, where they're on one end, the other end, or in the middle end, that's your tea. And that's how I want to leave it. I'm not up for discussion for that today. Not because I feel one way about the baby or the other way about the baby. I really just don't. We got to talk about the show right now. We got to talk about the show right now. We got to, because at one point or another, we're going to fall down that well, and we ain't never getting up. Especially because it's going to be how one person feels, but other people should feel. And I'm not into control today. I'm in for everybody just being free. Do what you want to do. Okay. So let's continue. But however you feel about it, that's your business. All right, moving on. Moving on. This has been utilized very well, and I'm very thankful, personally. I need a gimmick to actually do something when we are watching a television show. I don't want to be sitting here like, well, why do we even have that if it's not going to be thrown in and damage is going to be done? And I have been asking for people to play messy, as well as to get a little dirty and to throw somebody off and to make somebody feel they are safe and they are not. If you are a fan of reality television shows and you've seen stuff like Survivor, you would know that for the past couple of weeks, as far as what's going on, this ain't nothing. Okay, you want to talk about blind sides? Yes, Matty-Rants has gone down a rabbit hole of Survivor. I have literally watched so many videos going over every season because I had a friend that asked, would you ever audition? I was like, no. And then now I'm like, maybe I would. Maybe I would. Oh, I would. Ooh, I'd hate to be outside like that, but there's how much money could this be? Like, we got to do what? And then also I'd be agitated because I've been in the sun all day. Yeah, it might. It might be there. So for me, you know, I needed something to get on with the gettings on. And personally, I like how this was done. I'm here for the decisions that were made. I'm glad that there was a gag, if you will. Some of us saw it coming, but others didn't. I felt in my bones Kate was going to make the decision that she did. Because if you had noticed from the last 4 episodes, her and Mariah have been really tight. Okay. And even when there was a whole discussion of an alliance, that happened between Mariah and Kate first before even the Kate Sminty Zahira situation happened. Also, we're playing it's something with the wording that Kate did. I'm not going to call Kate evil or whatever. But Kate kind of worded it in a way that made it very much like the energy that one person has been portraying has sort of like gotten on a couple of people's nerves a tad bit. And I like a person who is not going to make me feel some kind of way possibly down the line or make others do the same. And that was really what that felt like. I was like, oh girl, was this like a lick back situation? Was this one of these moments where it was like, I'm gonna actually give it to the bitch who's like I'm cool with, like for real, and not the one I just had a conversation about. We're from the same, franchise, so we're just gonna have each other's back. Nah, not really though, because like at the end of the day, if she do good and we in the bottom, what's gonna happen? And I'm doing good. Like I'm being celebrated by these girls. Y'all trying to catch what's happening? I think a whole lot of it should have been me's, should have been kept to themselves, and that wouldn't have gone that far. Did you also notice that Naomi was celebrating when Sminty did not win the lip sync? Did I catch that screen? Sure did. I was like, ooh, this is messy. I was like, this is messy. On one side of the room, it's like, oh my God, I can't believe my sister's gone. On the other side, it's yes, like no shade. I was like, yo. But also, Sminty, if we're going to be real, Sminty was doing well in a sense, like they were high, and it was more than once. And if Kate is thinking long game here, when somebody messes up and they are doing very good, why should I save you? And the same thing applies with Miss Godwin when it came to Fontana. Okay, so you were doing well, and now what? I was like, see, this is why I need the Chippy Tea. And I also like it because it's not them making a decision for someone to go home because they're doing well. It's a decision to make someone have to fight to stay who's been doing well and then slipped up. It's not like, you feel what I'm saying on that level. That's why I think this is some good messiness. And you better bring this to the U.S. franchise. You better bring something like this there. No more Raider Queen. No more of that nonsense. You let these hoes choose who should be in the bottom 2, because all tea, that's what they talk about in Untucked. All tea, that's what they talk about at the beginning of the episode. If it had been me, I would have saved Miss Mama. Okay, then, so that's the decision they get to make. Not who goes home, who gets to actually buck it out on the floor. That's good TV. Follow that through. We're not going to get bored of that, because you now let the girl queens become producers. If it feels like the decisions are made based off of strategy and also if it's personal. And I like that. So yeah, I'm enjoying this format. Keep it going. I'm actually impressed with UK versus the world, not just because one person went home. I'm like, they went home. I don't feel all that. I thought I was gagged personally. Not even bullshit. I was gagged. Did you see my reaction on Patreon? Go and watch it, bitch. I was gooped. I was like, no way. No way Kate did that. I was like, no way. And so then you go, oh, well, now Sminty is going to have to tear her up in the lip sync. And then we saw the lip sync. It's like, oh, okay, you didn't want it. Or you were so gagged, girl. Did you even learn the words? Like, the people who made the song are in front of you. It's kind of a goop, right? It's like, ooh, this is ooh, like what you want to do. Let's talk about the first little tiff that we had here. Because yes, Godland is currently the front runner right now. 0000 got 2 wins right there, right? And it's a celebration, as well as her saving Serena was like a gag, but also Serena's thankful, but Fontana not feeling the funk. So what was the decision made off of? Like, what were you basing it from? And when Godwin's like, well, I thought I did whoever was funnier in the challenge. And so Fontana like, oh, we're not putting Runway into like consideration, AKA this bitch was not giving. She wasn't chewing. I tore her in the Runway. So we're not even like putting that score together. Why I got to be put in this position? To where it was a little like, Mama's a little upset. And then Naomi's so funny to me. Well, if it was me and I'm basing off the Runway, I definitely feel that, your Runway was better than this, that. I said, oh, come on, stir in the pot, which Godwin just does not care. She said, I made the decision I made. Now what? What are we doing here? What's going to go down, girl? She goes, well, if I was in your position, I wouldn't have done that. She goes, no, bitch, let me explain this to you. I said, Godlib was funny to me because she's like, no, if I was in your position, I would have been ready to lip sync. You wouldn't have gagged me. I wouldn't have been bad. Oh, I would have been ready to go. Oh, you going to put me in the bottom? Okay, turn it. What's the song? What's happening? I said, oh, this I like. The girls are feisty. It is feisty up in here. Things are getting too, what is it? Things are getting too spicy for the pepper. I loved it. I'm sorry. I was here for the back and forth, but Mariah gagged me a tad bit because it's like Fontana or Gauntlet already going in. Here come Mariah. Hold on. Mariah said, Miss Sister, I hear you, Fontana, and like totally get where you're coming from, but can we talk about like how it must have felt for Minty in her moment of going home to see you crash on the floor, sister, get on up, do a whole bit, dance and do the factor like that, and then whop on through. I said, oh, you took her moment low key. And she's like, I just want you to recognize that, like, I get you wanted to stay and all that kind of stuff, but I come from a different place where if like that shit happens, come on now. Like the moment you get your coots, thank you, impact to the stage. Like Mariah may not know what's going on specifically with Fontana because again, we have context from what's been posted online. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's why I was going, okay. But then I also watched Binge Queens and then I heard Derek talking about it. And then Derek's like, okay, I even in my moment when it came to Miss lying about Ubers and shit, Robbie Turner, I made the moment about me. And then it sort of takes away that like gravitas of someone going home and like the factor that this should be a moment about them because da 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 da. So I was a little torn in that moment because I'm like, I get why Fontana's celebrating and why it's like, oh my God, thank God I'm here. It was extra. That's our Brazilian sister. It is what it is. Wop the whoop. Mariah went wrong in this moment. And it may have been one of those, well, it wasn't about her. And it's like, okay, it wasn't about her. That's fine. But just in the future, if say something like that happens. And in this moment, to all girls listening, think about the bitch who's going home right before you're like, gosh, I wore her out, like that kind of shit. So it's very that. I'm here for a ballroom girl clocking because okay, crash, all tea in ballroom, the girls ain't going to be like in someone's face after you just like got your category together, if you will. I mean, I mean, this isn't ballroom. Like, let's be real, it's a drag race. But like, I have seen girls beat the fuck out of people who celebrate in front of them or cack in front of them because it's like, bitch, who do you think you with? It's a lie. That's not what happened. But it was very Mariah just saying, like, in those moments, we should think about the person who's also about to leave. And so Fontana was a little goop, and she's like, well, that's not what I meant by that. And so I'm thinking it's just one of those, it really wasn't that, but I can see, but at the same time, it is what it is. Also, I don't know if the girls were also saying that they felt that Minty beat her in the lip sync. I think they felt Minty beat her in the lip sync. I'm a little bit more in that line and trajectory of thinking is that they felt Minty beat her high key. I'm like, no one's going to talk about them cartwheels. No one's going to have a conversation about the random misplaced stunts that had no business being there for damn what. No one's going to talk about the fact that Fontana looked desperate in the situation. Again, now that I have context from what's online, the desperation is, I understand. Like, you know what I mean? But like, we're not having that conversation today. That's not taking place. I'd have had it. I'd have had it. The whole ghetto comment, Mama did live in the ghetto in Brazil. So that's where I understand. Some people were talking about that, and I was like, I'm not going to comment on that because I've also had my moments of living in said hood or whatnot. I've had the highest of highs, and I've been in the lowest of lows. So my medium in between is going to tell you that she can say it because of where she's from. I'm not from there, so I'm not going to speak on that. But the whole like, I'm gonna cut this down, we're not getting too loud here situation, almost like Garland really wasn't going in on you like that. She kind of read you a little bit and you got mad, but it is what it is. It was a tough day for everybody. But the following day, it's a little bit different. Naomi felt that she was close because she played somebody who was horrible in history's, fictional brother. That wasn't going to happen, but God bless her. And Fontana apologized because, it's the next day and baby girl's got time to think about it. Cool, bet, whatever. Zahira is the only person who has not had critiques from the judges. This trend will be an alert. Oh, how would you feel? Okay, not gonna lie, I do feel bad for Zahira because you want to know where you stand in the competition. You do want to know what's going on, other than I have now done my job. I was on the stage. I am safe. Everybody else gets to have a conversation about whether they're doing good and they can improve or, this, that, and the other. I feel bad. I do. But some of it, I'm like, no shades, Zahai. A couple of the conversations that you wanted to have, you'd have been in the bottom. This week, I'm going to talk about that wig. I am going to talk about that wig and what I felt was a Kotex commercial to let us know that the liquid is going to hold in this pad. Should honestly be happy they're safe because maybe the following episode she's in the top and they're like, you've been doing good and now you finally got here. You want that versus they didn't have a conversation with me. Okay, so then let's rewind. You actually would have been in the bottom this week. Dun, dun, dun. So I'm like, sister, you better play the long game before something happens here because you're clearly not just being kept for no reason. Either way, RuPaul steps into the workroom and it is a girl group episode based in outer space. I'm not going to lie. I felt this was already going to be very cornflake-ish and not as fun and as zippy as what I'm used to. I was partially right and partially wrong. I'm going to give it my best. But Fontana and Godland are the team captains, not because of storyline or anything here, but because Fontana survived the lip sync and Godland was the winner last week. Next week? Ooh, is Godland the winner next week? Oh my God, did I predict it? Please no. No shade to Godland. I need some other people to get wins too. I'd like this to be a balanced run for people. But the teams were chosen. And the last one, the only one left was Naomi. Poor thing. They saw that girl do her back bend and almost give herself an NFL concussion, as well as Bambi walk that runway. But we've got Godland with Zahira, Sminty, and Mariah, and Fontana with Kate, Serena, and the only Naomi. They all get the same track. They must create their lyrics and then, of course, do their own choreography and work with a person who looks like if Bubba Sparks and Jelly Roll did the fusion dance. And if Bubba Sparks is too old of a reference for you, since there are some ages kind of girls in this chat, I would say Post Malone before Beyonce got a hold of him and Jelly Roll had a baby kind of looking dude. Yeah, very that. But there's a little bit of banter back and forth. The queens are giving little silly willy billies. This is who I was referring to. You can go ahead and start to stare and figure it out. Rag and Bone Man is a really cool guy. This is my first time seeing him. I just assumed that was Bubba Sparks and Jelly Roll, but like minus Jelly Rolls. I'm not going to talk about what's happening because I believe in everybody having peace and God and love. And then you're on a podcast literally saying something completely different than that. Moving on, and let me never mind. I'm not going to bring up the receipts. Some girls will talk about you, but yeah, I knew it. I was like, I knew something was off with that one. Shout out to my baby, Eric. Hey, friend. Thank you so much for the love. I see the tippy poo you sent to me. I appreciate you, friend. I hope you have an awesome and wonderful day. But yeah, this was a cute little moment here and there. You know, they were just getting everybody's lyrics up. Most people sounded fine. Some people who had trouble, they were able to get through it. Some of the lyrics were silly and some were not. But I think this episode was Kate's moment. Like, I did not see Kate winning a girl group episode. That's not shade. That's just, I didn't see Kate winning a girl group episode. I just didn't see it. But it's Outer Space is the theme. Mama's a nerd. They had me at all the side. Like, I love the references they were making. Kate, you're fucking funny. I'm a big nerd too, baby, and I'm a big sci-fi nerd. Kate's like in the world of Star Trek and Star Wars. I'm strictly a Star Wars guy with love and appreciation for Star Trek, but my kind of science fiction is very Aliens, Ridley Scott kind of world. Like, get me to Event Horizon, get me to like science fiction horror teas. Like that's where you'll find me at in the world of sci-fi and where I'm living and loving and going crazy. But I do like Star Wars, and my favorite movie is so sad because it's also considered like people hate it, but I loved Return of the Jedi. I don't give a damn. I love Return of the Jedi because we got the Ewoks. It's like one of the best reasons. Those are the cutest things ever. Like, are you kidding me? The giant little teddy bears? Are you joking me? Like, are you joking? Like, come on now. We were blessed. Before Jar Jar Binks and Natalie Portman's acting in the movie. The third one, she did better. Yeah, that first two. Return of the Mac. Come on, Eve. Return of the Mac. See, now I want to listen to that. You lied to me. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. I low-key want to hear that as a lip sync song. I'm not gonna lie. I would lose it if that came on. I'd lose it. But no, Kate was giving me what I needed. And I was very the wormholes was Kate ate with that one. This group, I said, it's gonna be interesting. We will see. And by the time we got to choreography, yes, we did. Bitch, what is up? What is going on? Hold on, y'all. I was like, wait, how did rehearsals turn into this? How was rehearsals? Oh, like, wait, we went from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They look like hot dog water shit. Whoa, what's going Lord, my bad, Caroline. That's one of my favorite songs. I love that song. Every time I hear it, I lose it. That's my bar song. Like if we're in the bar, that song comes on, we about to be like, oh, we about to be cutting up. But listen, before I go in, thank you so much for tuning in. Hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Become part of this Rant Pack family. I appreciate you so much for being here today. If you don't know, this is a program for entertainment purposes only, and content's not intended to malign any religion, race, gender, company, individual, or wigs. Please don't send hate to any of the individuals we talk about today, and have yourself a good poot. And if you want to drop a little love in my jar, please and thank you. For your boy hosting with the most of the day is PayPal.me for /rants, Cash App +924 and Venmo Rants. As a reminder, I'll be doing a Dead by Daylight stream. So if you are a gamer and you want to be a part of the stream, I'm going to be doing 2 versus 8 the entire 2-hour stream tomorrow, 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern. Those are late hours for those of you in the UK, so you might be up for a late night stream with your boy. Maybe. What part of the UK would I be from? Maybe. No, I was going into Australia. I had to catch myself. The Aussie, oi, 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 right there, and I had to run it back a little bit. I don't know if there's a Cockney. No, that's not. Nope. American, sit your ass down right over there. But if you want to help me not be that girl and be that man, boys, sometimes a girl just needs one. Please and thank you. I am done wrapping so many things together in a bow. All right, let's get back to this. Well, Sminty is not a dancer. They are a person who can honestly create words and make songs, and their rap is great, so we can that they can add that to the resume. Moving at a pace of rapid speed, maybe not so much, but this part, you're telling me, Kate, we're having a conversation about choreography. I said, come on, British Elmer Fudd over here. I said, what is happening? And I love how Naomi is like, I don't know what they're doing and how this is put together. And I thought to myself, damn, Naomi don't dance either, but they have a whole lot to say. A whole lot is happening over here. Now, was what they were saying not true? No, it was on the money. I was like, ooh, it does look a little crazy. It is giving a little this. And they're having commentary, and we have seen this before on the show. But the thing is that if you're already in a position of feeling vulnerable, if you're already insecure about the thing that you're doing, and if you think that everybody around you is looking at you as being the weakest link and possibly feeling embarrassed because you're not getting everything like everyone else is, your ears are going to grow. And when they grow, you seem to hear everything in the room. And anytime anybody makes a movement with their mouth or their head, you're turning because they must be talking about me. The movements were interesting to start. It was a little bit, I wasn't sure what they were trying to do myself when I was watching this choreography. I would be concerned. It's like, okay, we're doing a whole lot of sections, and I don't know if we're going to space out and do some choreo. So are we going to throw a 16? Are we going to throw a 32 in there? Like, what's happening? And even Mariah was looking like, I don't know what they want me to get down this low. What's going on? The other group was having a conversation about it. They were very vocal. And when I say Sminty, we couldn't get past 3. We couldn't get to 2. We never made it to 1. When I tell you that baby turned, boom, 90 degrees. I'm sorry, what do you have to say? I said, uh-oh. That was how I was taking it. I was like, uh-oh, here we go. Because now it's the raw. And I need y'all to hear me with this, because y'all can feel as sorry as you want to about it, but I don't. This low-key needed to happen. It did. I'm afraid a humble pie was served today. And low-key, as much as it's like they were being mean, please. Like, this girl was over here reading Naomi for fucking filth, episode 2. Dragged her lightly again and tapped her in the noggin for episode 3. And we're now here today. By all means, Naomi was enjoying the hell out of this, because Miss Minty has definitely made her very aware that she does not see her on her level. Love you down, but I was like, oh, okay. So they found you currently in your vulnerable place. And because you've been giving it, now they can't give you nothing because you're having a hard time? I don't think so. Yeah, because remember, she called her a cotton swab. She had made a little light insult basically about that girl's hair. And I'm like, oh, okay, interesting. Like, aren't you both the same cylinder size? Like, I'm confused. Like, if this was a screw girl, you'd be the last one on the ends for the bits. You both the same kind of skinny. What's happening here? You know, I'm sorry, y'all. I had to turn on my AC. My neighbor talks like he's on speakerphone. It's like he got to yell at the phone. Like it's crazy. Uh, Thank you, Pac-Man. I thought that was stupid and funny at the same time. A cylindrical, but Mama got served a little bit piece of it, and it's coming from Kate. And Kate was dragging low key, and she's making light jokes, but she's not like coming for Sminty in a way to be like you're trash and this that and the other. But like you gonna sit over there talking about okay, girl, well y'all get up here and do it. And Naomi's like, well, we will in the next 5 minutes. If you would get back to rehearsing. Even with Godwin going, how was it? It was good. I said Kate quoting Gia Gunn. I never had that on my 2026 bingo card with Drag Race. Kate Butch quoting Gia fucking God, bitch. And Fontana being nice was like, well, no, it was fine. You got some things to put together, yes, and all that. And then Kate says we got it in the mirror. I was like, Kate. Kate just going in. Kate was just firing it off. But this had me even better. I'm sorry, Kate. You were moving your glasses just to put on these shades, which I need to give you some coots for because I love a good tortoise shell frame on a pair of shades and a pair of glasses. It's my favorite thing to see is a tortoise shell frame on some glasses. But I'm sorry, Kate putting these shades on was so funny to me. It's just like I guess I found my error. I was like, what is going on? Kate's stupid. Some people were getting a little upset. I said it's interesting when it's somebody else on the other side of that equation, and now we can't go in there. We can't do all that. Like she was having a laugh at this girl who literally was giving these other folks the business not 2 minutes ago. And now because she's insecure about her dancing, we need to be a little kinder. I don't think so. We're going to get you too, Miss Thing. You had a lot to say before. We're going to say something now. And we were over here really not including you in this conversation. We were talking about what's happening. But you want to now interrupt your entire this whole moment of practice to argue with me and say you do better. Okay, so you win then, Miss Thing, because you came over here. Naomi got her little licks in too. I was like, I know that's right, Naomi. I know you've been sick of her coming for your ass like that. Got her. I was like, oh, all right, all right, all right. Godlet, every time Smitty got dragged a tad bit, was like, ooh, like, okay, they're eating a little bit over here in this corner. But Kate, I was here for it. Naomi had your back, and it was very, you need to focus on you right now, not what we're saying. Because we got some shit over here, but this is a competition. We're going to talk about the other team. Y'all were looking a mess, in our opinion. What's wrong? Like, I love how Naomi is like, don't take that seriously. Okay, Cotton Swab. But I'm like, Spency, like, now you got to insult the girl. Like, you taking this personal. Mind you, everybody on Godwin's team didn't do well for the girl group challenge. Naomi also had issues in the dancing challenge and has her own tea. But again, we're talking about like now. You know what I'm saying? You holding over old shit and letting it be a cloud above your head. Now, Fontana's choreography, I was kind of like, okay, she got the girls marching, arms down. I think it was repetition and consistency in the way that Fontana was setting this up, at least from the edit, that gave they're going to have a better time with their choreo because it's easy to work with, but Fontana is being very on it about it to where everybody's in line. And instead of just moving on and being whatever, it's like, no, we're going to lock this in until it looks good. I like that. JMCO, thank you so very, very, very much for the tippy poo on Cash App. I appreciate you, baby. Breaking down all the sides in this episode. I appreciate you, my love. Thank you, thank you. And thank y'all for tuning in. Hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Become part of this rant pack family. The other team was nervous and worried. They said, ooh, they thought the girls were going to be easy, layup. I'm not going to lie. When I saw this, I don't want to call it stanky leg. I mean, we'll just say hairy leg. Because I was like, I have seen shit. The stanky leg came back. It was in my time. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, baby calf, knees. Like, I don't know. Not a stanky leg, a sepsis leg, I don't know, but not a stanky leg. I was like, no. But I was like, okay, at least they're doing something. We had to picture this baby's knees. I thought that was so funny. Why is this the close-up? I did not zoom in on this picture. Swear to God. I'm like, why? Girl, them telling each other, I love you. I love you too. Like, oh my God, this is it. Look, they're doing so well. They're going to send me home. What? A girl group, pull it together. Naomi is a bigger better person than me. I was gonna say bigger, but nah, I got some weight on that. Girl, I'm not coming over here to satisfy whatever funky feelings that you have. Get your shit together. You're grown. But this is cute, and I also get it. They're in a competition. There's a sisterhood, and she didn't want to really just go at it to where she's breaking her down. But I'm also thinking to myself, did you really get this? I'm sorry. I was looking at this like, I feel you, Naomi. Down. I feel you, sister. But did Sminty give you all this when she was dragging you to pieces? You are better than me. You're better than me. Better than me, girl. She was getting you together. And I'm like, huh? But this is cute. And shout out to her. Better than me. I know that's right, Greg Cornholio. Fuck all that. I walked in the next day. She mad? That's too bad. Hope it doesn't mess her up this challenge. Oops. They play mind games in sports too. Hate to tell you. You better talk about it. Well, what? But good for them. A hug is necessary. Maybe that's going to help her in this challenge. Zahira and Kate also had a bonding moment too, because, they were all kind of in on it. But Zahira is saying, Kate, you're much younger than me, but you were like old. In so many words, she said that. I was like, child, this is crazy. I was like, was this a compliment? But the nerd convo I was here for. I recently watched Doctor Who. I watched the most recent season with old boy from Sex Education. Well, I forget his name specifically, but I watched that season. Also because Jinx Monsoon was on there. That was a good season. That was cool. Like I was really into the show. I'm sorry, Jinx Monsoon needs to be in more shit. I'm kind of mad I didn't see her in the Mary Lincoln Broadway play that she was in. She's a genius. I love her. But as the maestro, that episode was fabulous. It was fabulous. I cannot recommend it enough. If you haven't even seen Doctor Who, like that one episode may lock you in, because I skipped through. I was like, let me go see Jinx episode, and then I said, oh shit, I need to let me rewind. I was like, let me rewind. Doctor Who's kind of fucking good. So I still have a lot to catch up on it, and my little brother is a big fan. So he's been telling me I need to get into it. Oh, Mary's the play. Thank you. Please tell me what you think about this. Please, for the love of God, I need help. I need help. This Libra cannot decide. The indecisiveness in my Libra nature, I'm unable. I need the audience to weigh in on this one. Please. What do we think? I don't know what to say. I like the waist up. There is something about what's happening here in the drumsticks that are killing me. Killing me right now, Small. Something in the listen, I don't know what GMO and possible steroids have been placed into that rooster or hen. It's a rooster. Not in Spanish, no. Not Mikey Meeks. Shout out to Mikey. I love Mikey. In Spanish, no. It was the way she said it too. No. Hold on, let me get a different shot. Because let me show you. I like this shot of her. That padding is dry back. I like this. Like all of this right here, it's giving. The eye makeup is fabulous. Raven did a great job on the eyes. Great job on the eyes, Ray. Yeah, I like it from this angle. I don't like it as a whole. Maybe if I saw it in person, it probably is chewing. But right here, I just see these. I'm like, you don't got them. I love you, Ru. You ain't got them. What you mean? You ain't got them. You ain't got those. That's not real. I can hear it squishing. Michelle Visage, you were on one today. Yeah, this I think is my favorite episode of your judging for the season so far. I mean, read, girl. I was like, Michelle was going in today. I said, this lady is fucking funny. Bring her back more often. I need that Michelle all the time. Please and thank you. Please. You had me up today. Even Graham had a funny cracker. Even Graham had a funny cookie. In the jar. Graham did. I need to remind y'all that Keebler do make crackers. Screaming because as I was trying to say cookie, and I mean it just cracker, and I'm like, oh my god, someone's gonna take that all wrong. Someone's gonna take that all wrong. They do make crackers though, and you know I call him the Keebler elf. They do. They make the club crackers. They go good with cheese, really good with cheese. They took it all wrong. Oh my god, it was just so funny. Wait a minute. No. Oh my god, I just realized what I did. Graham cracker. Oh my god, I just did it. Oh my god, I just pulled. I did it. That actually went perfectly together. I just did it. Never even thought about it that way. I never even thought of it. Unintentionally made a great joke. That is hilarious. And they do make those too. They do. They do. We will talk about the Tyra documentary on Friday. But my part 3 reaction will be tomorrow on Patreon. For those of you who don't know, there is an America's Next Top Model documentary. It's out right now. It's on Netflix. There's also going to be another one on E coming out soon, and I will be covering that one as well. But for those of you who are watching it on Friday, we are doing a special live to discuss all of it. Yeah. Oh, I'm not going to be nice in my review of that Top Model documentary. I feel there's a lot of, because we got to get on with the show, y'all, but just to lightly say this, they glazed over a lot. I'm a little bit pissed for a couple of the people who got to be interviewed, and it felt like we didn't get all of their story like we really should have. And there are some moments that made me very uncomfortable, and some of the wording that Ken Mock and Tyra Banks were using was disgusting, if I'm going to be honest with you. Like, especially when it came to situations that you can definitely tell it was going to be controversial or really messed up, or the things that were said. And a lot of the wording and rhetoric that was being used was, in hindsight, well, 2020, now today, it wouldn't be acceptable. We were just making TV. And then Tyra, literally, as they put it up on the screen, executive producer says on camera, and I quote, "I don't get into the production stuff." You cannot make that up, as Mr. J is then telling us Tyra was in the room doing the edits for the entire show. You cannot make it up. So when I tell you, that's what we're about to do today when it comes to Friday. Trust and believe is where we're going to go. We're going to get into the top model bit of it all. So thank you. But yes, back to the show. Graham Cracker Norton. Graham Cracker Norton. Of course, I laugh at my own jokes. You should always laugh at your own jokes. That's the joy in life. You should find more joy. But Bananarama is the guest judge, and I'm here for it, even though I wanted a different song. I wanted a different song. I needed Cruel Summer. Venus. I think they've already done Venus, though. But Cruel Summer is my jam. That one you would hear for damn near every movie back in the 90s and the early 2000s, especially teen movies, right? So Cruel Summer. Da-da-da. Do-do-do-do-do. Love that song. So yeah. But yeah, Bananarama. They did Venus back in UK one. I thought so. I was like, yeah. I wanted a little Cruel Summer, though. It's cool. I bring out the worst kind of people, and then I also have like the best, and that's what's important. That was cute of whoever that was. So let's get on with the show, right? We have the Dollaramas, I guess. Dollograms. It was a bad name. I didn't like that. I was like, ain't no dolls in there. Did y'all like the song? Like, okay, outside of the whole, you know what I'm talking about? Like, I'm in love with an alien. Da, da, da. What? Like, I don't know. Something about it was like, really the best. Who made this? Who wrote this? It was my favorite of the cornbally, music that they've had. Hey, babes. Sending my love out to you in Milan, Italy. Shout out to you, babes. I know that they're doing the Olympics. Is that where the Winter Olympics is happening right now? Is that in Milan? I'm watching some of it, but I'm not like super paying attention to everything. I wait for the free form skating, honestly. And also skiing, because some of the skiing events are really cool. Like they're great. I saw the Lindsey Vonn moment. That was sad. That was so sad to watch. But yeah. Sending my love out to you, baby. It's in okay. Yeah, I'm watching some of it. It's pretty good so far, especially the ice skating. They going in this year. But back to the song. Yeah, to me, it wasn't my favorite thing in the universe, but I thought it was cute for the most part. And I thought some of the girls really did make, they were able to make, something good out of this little cornbally kind of song. But Mariah's verse, it's okay. It's okay. It was all right to me. It wasn't really, I was like, okay, don't remember. It's all right. I was sort of focused on what this choreography was giving, because not everybody was doing the same thing, and it was a little messy at times, and I was a little like, oh, this is getting a little crazy. Now Sminty's verse, a bop. Sminty's verse was good. She was doing different movements throughout. A couple of moments when we were no longer lip syncing when it came to other parts of the song, but when it came to her time, I enjoyed her verse. But Mama wasn't doing the choreo all the way. It was like either she's doing something completely different than everyone else, and if it's Mariah, then Mariah is double checking to make sure she's doing the right thing. And Zahira's having a good time. And I thought Zahira's verse was also pretty good, but I'm going to tell you something. Mama, what she was wearing was one. I was like, also, where your pads at, sister? Because it was giving little, my name's Ted in the rump. But then she started giving, and I'm thinking to myself, is this a Coco rap? Like, what are we doing here? Like, what part of the song where it's like, do you see the words coming out of my mouth? I was like, what's happening? She be giving a lot sometimes where it's a little over and it's not in the right box for me. A little going too hard in the paint. See me, Rue. It's giving a little that sometimes. I may be over, but it's hard competition. I also am in the group with Godlin with 2 motherfucking wins. This lady got pulled and licked the stage or mimicked that, and her lyrics were also great, and it was fun. And I was like, ooh, she was the best out of the group. Again, Godlin was the best out of the group. Also, when they dropped her and she hit the ground, I don't know why I thought that little girl broke something for a second, but then I realized that she was also just blowing gas. Like when she got on the ground, like I didn't realize that was what the whole stunt was, and it's her like Putin. I was like, what? RuPaul was gagged and so was I. I was like, this thing. What? RuPaul's eye makeup. Hold on. Go back. Y'all, please get into this. Ooh, wee. Raven. This orange right here is lovely right in here. Yep. Very nice. Very, very nice. Love it. I'm in love with an alien. Okay, now we get to have this part of the conversation. Wasn't the edit crazy for both groups? Please tell me you were on the same page as me. That edit was wild. That edit was crazy. I didn't know where we were supposed to look at times. I'm not even going to lie to you. Bitch, I'm sitting over here. They got Mariah going into a split. So then maybe followed by a whole other person doing like look at this is Mariah in the middle of a split, okay? Zahira is standing up. It cuts to Zahira on the ground after what I would presume is her falling and not a dip, right? Because, based on track record, okay? And then it gets back to Mariah, like no kind of segue of her getting up from the ground like, oh my God, that was a lot to do. And I'm thinking to myself, hold on, bitch. She looked like she was going down just fine. Now we're in a struggle, and now Zahira's on the floor. And then what are we doing? What's going on? What's happening? Hold on. Y'all don't even know. We're in a different position now. Mariah apparently has scooted center stage. Zahira's been up, apparently. I was like, what is going on? This is weird. This edit is weird. That it was wild. I didn't know what they wanted me to feel. I was like, okay. Bad. I was like, what is going on? Okay. First group, it was messy for me. I also think the edit was, especially towards the end when we had to go over that chorus over and over and over again. I was like, oh my God. Ad-libs were weirdly placed. Like some of them didn't match with everything going on. Space shooter! Like what? Like what is going on? We're going to get to Serena next. I want your rocket. After falling, like making yourself fall on stage and then crawling backwards, like your name is Omira or something. What was that little girl name? Araya, Anaya, Anise, Alyssa, Pam, Bondi. Who was it? What was that little girl in the well that got out there and started like killing people? Pam? Is that who it was? It sounds about right. Some little bitch that fell in a well and decided that she was mad at the world and all that kind of stuff. So she got out of it and started hurting folks on behalf of. I think her name is Pam. I think that's right. That sounds about right. No, I think it's Pam, Brian. I think it's Pam. You know, hurting people on behalf of others. That sounds like Pam to me, doesn't it? It do. It kind of do. So the second group needs to go with the better name. The wormholes. I know that little girl's name. You know what? I'm just gonna put my disclaimer back up for the people who clocked in. Because that's where I'm assuming where she came from. The wormhole. I love this name. Oh, what are you talking about? I was talking about an episode on South Park, Arnold. Yeah, I was talking about an episode on South Park. I don't know what y'all were talking about. I was talking about a movie called The Ring and a whole joke on South Park. I don't know what you were talking about. Well, that's what I was talking about. Crash, thank you so much for the super chat. I have to do some work, but I just wanted to say that RuPaul likes her travel game girls like Georges, Marina, and Godlin. She can fold them in her pocket and instructions come in 2 languages. I can't. No, her name was Samira, y'all. That wasn't the joke. I need a bow tie right now and a little hat. And they're gonna go. I just needed a bow tie and a little hat, okay, and a whole lot of fur, and that would have really, really been right where it needed to be. Okay, so I like the second group better. I liked it. I thought it was a cleaner choreography and it made sense minus a couple of details. Let's get there. Fontana, I thought, was losing her mind at one point when we were doing her solo part. I was like, is she going to jump through the screen? See how I did that? Connection to it was a little bit, it was a little, it was this. I thought Miss Mama was Amy Poehler in an SNL skit for 5 fucking minutes, and I love her down. But Miss Girl, you were safe for a reason this week. I was like, oof, it wasn't really doing what I wanted it to do. God bless her. She looked nice when she wasn't like in this phase. The only Naomi okay, not gonna lie, hated her outfit with an infinite passion, but I enjoyed her lyrics and I enjoyed the quick gym and rap that happened. The singing was okay, but I liked the second part of it when she's being dragged off the stage. I was like, okay, she looked a fucking mess, but I enjoyed literally her whole bit. I was like, okay, this is cute. Cute. She looks terrible, but it was cute. Not a stanky leg, just a hairy one. Let's get into my first laugh of the night. Because, bitch, as I was watching this, and, you know, I'm a former gymnast, but, you know, hey, it is what it is here. People can do cartwheels and aren't gymnasts, but just watching this start up, the way it happened, I giggled. You let that girl do this cartwheel alone while y'all walked to the back of the stage so we could focus, baby. When I tell you the rotation was not there, let's dissect this cartwheel. Y'all saw her put them hands up, right? She didn't buck back enough to get enough force to push her momentum forward. So as you can see in this position here, that body is already done going forward and it's already coming down. So you didn't even get all the way up to then move yourself all the way over. So you basically pushed and you're already falling. Okay? So then the other leg comes down before the other one, and it's not just like a little kind of ways. No, it's bad. That baby's head must be fucking heavy. I love her down. I love her down. But her head must be heavy. It must be the wig. I don't know. But it felt like there was a whole anchor with that head sitting down there so long before she could pull it back up from the cartwheel. I'm like, maybe that was the centrifugal force that was fucking her up. I don't know, but I was hollering because I said that was that one little kid that pissed you off that you wanted, always run around, be loud and shit, talking about look what I can do, and their cartwheels be crunchy, but their mama always give them too much praise. They're gonna be a little bastard when they get a little older. So you gotta put your foot out real quick and trip them, and everyone's like, what happened? I don't know. I was like, no, please send it back. Michelle is me. What was that? Why Michelle? I hate it and love it when Michelle has to turn to RuPaul to validate. Like, did you see? Are we watching? Wait, I'm not tripping, right? Like, we just saw her just that up, right? We did. Nah, children in gymnastics can actually tumble. I was one of those children. Okay, this is that one little baby that very much has seen. Okay, let's talk about it. This is that child of the playground. Okay, that just want to be cool, try to do a whole bunch of shit, and they're doing a bunch of cartwheels, and then like they run like into a wall or something, girl, because they're not paying attention. It was getting bad. I was hollering. I said, Miss Thing, what is happening here? Oh, the gymnast in me flipping on mattresses. Okay, I'm telling you, just a little trampoline. They should have gave that baby a trampoline or something. Give her a little bump up. Kate chewed her verse. Kate chewed. I was proud. I said, okay, this is good. All the references were right. It was actually science fiction. It was outer space. Everything the judges could like absorb and fully understand here. It was wonderful. I was even like, Kate got on the floor and said, "Ow, ow." I said, wait a minute, what's going on? I loved it. This also threw me off a tad bit. When they get glow lights, why they got glow sticks? Thank you, Dane. They appreciate the super chat. I thought of a child. I already said this. What's going on? ADHD. Thank you, Dane. Will, thank you for the super chat. UK5 did have some of my favorite girl group performances in the franchise. So to see Kate give another great verse, I enjoyed it. Thank you so much, Will. Hope you're having a good day. And we love ourselves some Kate. We do. I always like Kate. I thought Kate looked a fool her season, but I also love me some Kate. Listen. I'm in love with an alien. Blah 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 blah. Girl, they got Fontana doing a whole cartwheel. Pasty, look, her whole pasty bin came off. Y'all clocked that? The pasty that she had. Where'd that fall off, sister? Where? Oh, it's right here. Not, I'm just seeing that. Wait, I was like, her pasty fell off. Wait, it's right there. I am hollering. How did I miss that? Oh, I have to play that back. I have to go watch that a little part back so I can see it. I am weak. Wait, where is it? Oh, it's right there. It's on the white panel. oh my god. Is that how that's what happened to Serena? She was slipping on Fontana's pasties on the floor and she wasn't getting that cartwheel over. It was giving a little bit of peanut butter. It was bad. This sister, look at her, that head was down. She was like, I ain't never coming up. So it's still on this. So it's this one where it's gone now. Oh my god, I'm weak. Wait. What if I have to watch this back because does that mean that they did this twice? Let me go watch it back because we have the cartwheel with no pasty. And now we're back here. That's not the same because that was this chest, but I see the hairs there. But it looks like there's not a pasty, right? I see how, baby, you know, I like to put things together. You know, I like to put, I don't know, but I did like the second group. I did. I thought it was cute. It made more sense. So right now it was a little wild. I went to rock. It was so funny to me. I don't know why. It was Graham's face being like, oh. I'm like, it's a little different than when Tina said it, huh? But no. Oh, goodness gracious. What you talking about? I think ours was more uniform, made me honestly chuckle. But You're a Star, Baby is the category. So pick and choose what you think this is supposed to be and what it's supposed to be about based on the Outer Space episode. But Zahira Zapanda is up first. And if you want to vote in this live, you know the numbers is the best way to get your POV across, with 1 meaning everything, 10s across the board, 2 meaning it's okay, highs and lows, yes and no's, it's high but low, but low but high, where 3 is a chop because girl, what were you thinking? And 4 is hell because to the fire you shall burn, and 0 if she is forever your girl, and that's the one of the night. It's the one. Zahara Zapanta. We're going to talk about what I like before I go in on what I don't. I like this bodysuit. The fish I wish was a bit bigger, but I love the bodysuit and I like the fabric that's draping over it with this blue. Abso-fucking-lutely not. No, 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 no. Hell, what in the amber rose? What in the butt is going on? What? No. I like all of this outfit. And then we got to the top of that scalp and I said, hell no. Hell no. No. I hate that shit so fucking much. And then it's on the sides too. Oh, absolutely not. No. 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 Hate the blue lip. No. No. None of that. Eyes, fabulous. Cheeks, wonderful. Boom, chop. Boom, hell. No. No. Little peewee. No. Our new pads are multiple absorbent pads will be able to hold whatever liquids are possible. Look at the top of her head. As you can see, the water is falling. That's not what you need. You're going to need this. Nope. Everything else? Yes. I too, the whole thing, because I thought this was pretty. I wish that fish was just a bit bigger for the Pisces of it. I loved all that's happening here. Upstairs in the attic, I want to burn it. So I have my highs and I have my lows with that one. She's a very pretty girl. That is a young man. In this, nope. Godland is next, paying a little homage to Elton John. Because this is Elton John's outfit down. Peace to boots. What do y'all think? I liked it. Can I also be honest? It's my least favorite thing she's brought so far. I like it a lot. It feels a little big on her. And it's my least favorite thing she's brought so far. But she still looked very good. And so I still give it, it's giving. But I'm going, it don't fit. It's wearing her. So yeah. But I like it. And her makeup is fabulous. Her and her little Nene Coco wig on. Fabulous. Love it down. Watch it. Watch it. Okay? Watch it. It's a 2. It's a 2. It's a 2. Because this could have been something completely like take me there, and it's not. But I will say for an upcycling dress moment, yeah. And Mariah's super pretty. We could have had a bit more grander. Oh, absolutely. That I agree on. I'm like, we could have done a little more here, Miss Mama, but it's still pretty. The wig is giving, y'all call her old now. She want to give you some sort of 50 plus white woman. Like, you better let her have. 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 I was like, you better let her. She said she want to be auntie, let her push. You hear me? With her fashions. I was like, all right, Miss Thing. It's giving Empire, if I'm going to be honest with you, in terms of like, if Cookie's mama was given this kind of tease of a woman who had money and left her daughter for the fuck ass Lucius kind of shit and came back up into it when she sees she get a little something going on and she need her help with her business and stuff following through. Now I made a whole story out of this, but yeah, for me it was given a little bit of that. So, but I liked it. It's not my favorite thing, but I enjoyed it. Like Cookie Mama, Cookie Auntie. Sminty Drop is next. I like this with the coat on a lot. When we took it off, I thought it was like Sideshow Bob, but puss for a second. I wanted that fur to stay on low key. The fur was taking me where I wanted to go with the fantasy. I both like this a lot, and I also am annoyed that there's just underwear on. And it's just really the jackets when like the work with everything else going on here. Like I like it, but I have an issue with just the draws, if you will. But it's so cool. I like it with this coat. I don't want to see it without the fur. The fur was so fire when it was walking. I was like, yes, ma'am. When it was walking with that fire, I thought, oh, keep it. Keep it. And then she took it off. I said, no, no, keep the fur. It was right with the money, with the fire. But yeah, it's a good high two for me, where I was like, I would have done that more early, but I think that's still very fucking cool. Love the gun too. Tito Burrito. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Hit the like button, share, subscribe. Let's talk about Fontana. This is pretty. This is pretty. This is Sabrina Carpenter. This is what I was getting from this. Think about me, espresso. This is super pretty. Very clean. Whoever made this, bravo. It's, it's pretty. I love it down. I love the way this bodysuit also has that capelet in the back for the skirt. Yeah, Sabrina would wear the fuck out this. Especially, look at this. This whole little silhouette, the little boot too. Oh yeah, all of it. I like this. This is pretty. And she's super pretty in it too. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Fontana. I was like, oh, when this came out, oh, very pretty girl. Come on. But yeah, I like it a lot. Cute. It's very good. It's next. It's Kate Butch. A low 2 from me. Like almost a chop, but it can't be. I can't make it a chop. Like I am unable to chop her. because I see some of the vision and I'm like, I get it and I like that, but I don't like that. And I like that, but I don't. I was so torn between this because I found the headpiece interesting. The bodysuit I thought was wild. But then when I looked at it later, I was like, that actually makes it interesting because it's like this sort of different flesh sort of like tone to go with that, with this sort of like, it seems like a shooting star in a sky sort of moment. I don't know. And I like the dress, but then something about the way the things came out of it, it was like I kept going in between. I like this, I don't like that. I like this, I don't like that. I love the earrings on the bodysuit bit. I love that she put an earring on. I give points for that for sure. It's not my favorite thing she's brought. It's still better than a lot that she's worn her season, but I'm gonna give it a Lutu. I don't want to. I can't chop because it's still better than most things I've seen. But yeah. Dooley is stupid. I wish I could show the picture. I can't. Oh, Dooley is dumb. Shout out to Fred. The Only Naomi is next. Mariah's words still echoing in my brain. However, this was very interesting. It was like, to me, it reminded me of Terminator 2, but like if Terminator 2 and then the movie Annihilation had a baby. Follow me for those who know the movie Annihilation. I actually really like that movie. I don't know why. I cannot explain to you why I live for that movie, but I love that movie. I do. It's not the best. There's a lot of plot holes, but there were some genuinely creepy moments in that movie. But it reminds me a bit of that for some reason. I am torn because I kind of like it, but I also am like, what? Like I wouldn't. The dance battle at there was a dance. Oh, Eve. I was like, wait, Eve. I'm talking about the. And that's the music. And then she's like. I was in the movie theater freaking out. Like, what the fuck is going on? Oh man. Annihilation, thank you. I'm so glad that y'all like that movie. I feel less crazy because I lived when I saw that film. I remember this guy being so angry when he left the theater. And I was like, bro, that was so good. When the bear started screaming and you could hear the people's voices, that was fucking wild. Tessa Thompson walking out in the distance to become vegetation. Are you serious? Yeah, that was a great movie. And Natalie Portman did chew that role up, especially when you find that tea out. I don't want to give too much away, but that tea was hot in that movie, Eve. I was like, wait, you coming back to that? And he was out there doing what? It was a lot. But yeah. I like that movie a lot. Okay, put that on your recommendations for Matty. That's one of his favorites. I don't know. I always end up watching it every time I see it. It's also one of the only things on Paramount Plus I'll like play. This is Serena's best look this season. It's a 1 for me. This is her best look this season. I was like, oh, I did not see this coming out of your box. No shade. I was like, oh. I said, girl, who made this for you or who did you borrow this from? Because, this is pretty. I was not expecting this from you. No shade at all. And it's quite gorgeous. You look good. Pop off. Let's go, Mexico. Oh, God, so pretty. And I'm glad it was something because baby girl came out here looking like, Sarah Connor. stupid. Let me ask if he wants to do some DBD later today. All right. Fontana and Zahira were safe. Poor Zahira. Baby, that face cracked. Production loved this. I'm telling you, the soul was pulled from this baby's body in this moment, and television said, lock in disappointment. Got it. It's ours. Like that was that, baby. I'm talking about. I mean, but let's be real. Let's be very real. I'm just looking at the top of that head. I'd be happy to be safe this week, but I also would be pissed if I hadn't had any sort of commentary and critiques, and you have no idea how you're doing right now. You're doing okay, but how okay are you doing? That leaves Godland, Mariah, Sminty, Kate, the only Naomi, and Serena Morena as the queens left for judgment. And our tops and bottoms are Kate, Butch, Godland, and the only Naomi in the top. The only Naomi, you've had some high placements, girl. Don't let them people come for you, sister. You ain't won nothing, but you've had some high placements now. With Mariah, Sminty, and Serena in the bottom. Shout out to 100 of y'all watching this live right now. Appreciate you for being here. I was like, ooh, this is going to be interesting. I'm like, they're not going to give Godwin another win. And Kate may look interesting, but Kate had the best verse, and it was just overall like a better group in my opinion. So Kate winning was not too much of a gag. I was also really happy for Kate because Kate's been doing very consistently well this season. So it's like, okay, come on, Kate. And she got a W on the board. It's like, all right, we got something on the board now. Pop off. Now, Sminty, Mariah, and Serena are in the bottom. Okay, here we go. Now, Serena already been in the bottom. By rule, and I feel, and I'd apply this same rule. I'd only change this up if it was some bitch I didn't like, or somebody who was pissing me off, or if it was the only chance I'm going to get somebody, am I going to make a change for this rule? But if your ass has been in the bottom more than one time, and you already got saved by this speckled fish, bedazzled fish, whatever the fuck this is, you ain't gonna get this again. Period. Show your worth in bucket. That's not fair. Unless I don't like that bitch. And then I'm going to save your ass because she deserves to be there. Yep. Chippy Tea. But it's Naomi being so happy that Kate won over Godwin. Like genuinely ecstatic, so happy. Like, girl, she has literally been winning every episode. It is time that Kate got to win. And I love that Naomi is riding hard for Kate this season. Garland wants her W back, but Kate knows she has a hard decision to make, so she wants to hear from the other galleys, right? Now, Zahira, I'm not going to lie, were you looking for a moment? Because there were times the camera kept going to your face and it was a pained resolution. Did you say anything? Was there a moment? Did we miss something? Because I swear I kept going, is she going to talk? Is she going to have that conversation? Because the whole beginning of the episode was, you ain't been judged by the judges, and then you didn't happen again. And we saw your face crack. And then Sminty over here, done for the whole day. The one thing that you were worried about that was going to happen ended up happening, and the runway did not save you. There's not that many queens to look at. These are the same two people that were sitting on this same very couch not too long ago saying that they deserve to be in the top and that everybody else looked a mess. No shade, no tea. Dragged Naomi, dragged Mariah, pulled Fontana not too long ago, right around the corner, not too long ago. It's a good little slice. Good 2 slices for you too. Serena actually does want to stay, and also gave a compelling argument, even though they've gotten it a second time, but they know they're probably going to have to prove their worth. Mariah, it was kind of funny because I hollered because it was as if, well, I've already been here so many times before, but yeah, I want to keep on doing this, bitch. So like, keep my ass. And then Mariah made a great, and it was almost like a cave. Remember, I've had such a good time getting to know you, and I want you to keep the person who you want around, who's been good to you. I was like, ooh. I said there was a light dropping of not only an alliance, but we have been chilling. We've been good, okay? We've been real good. We've never had no beef. We've never had no argument. I've never made you feel uncomfortable. I haven't done that to anybody in this room. Reminder. Have a good one, Laura. Take care, baby. Sminty, keep me. That's all I'm going to say. I was like, no. I'm going to tell you why. Because just because y'all from the UK and Kate and y'all had this alliance does not mean that she is obligated to keep you, even though this is your first time in the bottom. Just because she understands your plight from being in a position where you literally didn't want to be there because this is what messed you up the last time. So because you're already down, I'm going to help you out. Kate was on a whole nother team than you. 2. Yeah. I know she's hurt, and I know she was feeling the ways, and it sucks and all that kind of stuff. I keep on returning my time to that second episode of dragging and tagging and bagging and wearing the girls out and giving the girls and saying y'all are not this and that and it should be me's and whoop 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 whoop. And I'm like, all right, but now you're in a position where you may have to lip sync. So here's the giggle. Did Sminty learn the words or listen to the song prior to lip syncing this episode? Or was it very much, we're in a line, we're from the same place, she's going to save me? They know that the people who made the song are literally there. And that's the song you have to learn. Oh, you got me fucked up. If I'm going to go out in front of some people and then not know their song, I don't care how old I am, low, high, this and that, and that. There is no way I'm going to play like that. Any other day, if a random, maybe we don't know nothing, but these people are about to watch somebody who literally makes money from lip syncing music that is theirs on a stage, on this platform, on a show. If you want to stay and you want to be here so bad, you need to know all them goddamn lyrics, regardless if you're a good dancer or not. Sister, you made a whole thing off of you throwing back a white girl twerk, a Miley Cyrus. You made a whole drag race zeitgeist moment of full of fuckery with your back being broken by the tips and the hairs and the pumice of whatever going. My sister, come with me here. And you're telling me you couldn't pull up a little 1-2-1-2 for a Bananarama? What? It was in English is Serena's second language. And that's not shade. That's some tea, bitch. And she over here word for word got the song down. You better pull something else out your puss. You better pull something else out your puss. I'm sorry. That is wild to me. I was over here like, I know this girl went and learned the words. I know for sure she about to tear Miss Serena down. I know I just watch this little girl can't do no cartwheel. I know she about to tear her up. Gagged. And I'm like, all right. Like I'm looking at this. Kate in my head's going to save Mariah. She's going to gag Sminty and make her have to work for it. Sminty's going to beat Serena, and then she's going to come back, and it's going to be war. That is where my mind was at. That is exactly where my head went to this situation, because I said it would be a gag if she saved Mariah. And Sminty was like, oh, fuck all that. Sminty turned on the heat and tore up in that lipstick, came back and was like, it's on, bitch. Just like with Fontana and Godlin. I was waiting for that story, and maybe producers were also thinking that was going to happen too. I think they did. Like, ooh, now that's going to be good. So Kate's decision actually was great television. You're never safe in a competition. You're also thinking of the room. It is her wording. Once again, I stress this. Kate, you chewed your speech. It's the way you painted this down. I want to be with this person. This person makes me feel good. I couldn't imagine not seeing them in the workroom anymore. And I just want to see what more they have to give. Mariah, boom. I said, oh. The scream that came out my throat. Graham spooked. Zahara spooked. I'm talking about spooked. Everyone said, oh. Oh. I was like, oh, listen. Hold on, sister. I know you're not holding on to that. I know you're not holding on to that, Zahai. I know you're not holding on to that little. Godlin was gone. I said, baby, this is hilarious. I loved it. This is how the Chippy Tea is supposed to be used. This is how these gags are supposed to be done. They're not supposed to be like, give it to the girl who we obviously. Nah, that's boring. That's boring, sister. If you got the power in your hands and you can get somebody out and make that bitch work, do it. Don't be in the bottom next week though, because if she's high, or if somebody who's cool with her is high and it's you next, that is the takeaway. That's the risk. That's what we're asking for. We do not want you to play fair. I need you to play a little nasty. Get fair later on in this episode. Beginning days, you get a little grimy, bitch. You get, and make sure the girls can't touch you. You play a nasty game, Johnny Fairplay. Okay, you do something. But I was here for it. I was here for it. I was. Sminty was done. When I say the last crack in that vase, whatever Fabergé egg existed does no longer exist, Miss Thing. I'm talking about, oh, wow. Fake Butch is here. I see. Yup. Got you. Mariah's emotional. I want you to think of this from Mariah's perspective. Mariah's placements on all of her seasons have been what? And now has been saved to possibly go into another situation again to redeem herself. Because Snatch Game is what is that, next week? I think. Is that what's happening next week? I know that's happening for season 18. Is that what happening? Did they already have Snatch Game? They already had Snatch Game. Matthew. I'm getting my seasons confused. There's all this happening. They already did Snatch Game. It was the Snatch Game pageant. Snatch Game of Love is happening on Friday night's episode of season 18. Jesus Christ. Thank you. It's acting. It's an acting challenge, silent films. Okay. Whew. All right. Thank you. Because I was like, yo, too much is happening. No way. I love Kate going to Naomi. Was that wrong? And Naomi, never question yourself. Bitch, I am hollering. Naomi was so down for the clown, y'all. Naomi said, bitch, you got her. Yes, queen. Yes. Naomi, I think I stand you after this season. I'm not even gonna lie, because you are gagging me a little bit. Never question your decisions. She was still thinking about all that bullshit that Sminty had been said, and she had been locked that in, and now that girl's getting the hello. It's coming back on it. It's like, now you gotta work. Now I get to see you lip sync and see what happens. Isn't that crazy how Sminty was dragging her for knocking her head on the ground, and now here come Naomi not even being able to say, well, bitch, at least I knew the words of the song. Oh. That's why I was geeking. I wasn't geeking over Smithy being the bottom and her. No, I'm laughing because Naomi's getting her lick back, and she got it through cake. So listen, in my mind though, I thought Smithy was gonna beat Serena. I did. I was like, yeah, all right, Serena, that's a wrap for you, sister. You dress like that one auntie who liked to dance at those parties, bitch, but she had too many Coronas and shit. She a beer drinker, okay? She's not no wine drinker, Miss Mama. She like a little beer, honey, with a little lime, a little spritz on there. Give me a little sour on the rim kind of mama. She's a margarita. I heard a rumor comes on. I did want Cruel Summer, but that's okay. It's okay. It starts up, and I'm talking about Sminty goes boom, 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 boom. I was like, oh, it's up. It's up. It's up. Serena's doing a good lip sync in terms of the words are coming out. She's doing every word. Now, is she dancing down? Is she giving the most? Absolutely not. It's a little pointing. It's a little shuffling. It's a little scooting. It's a tad bit of a boot. But she had them words. Now, this baby over here is serving sex on a platter and throwing all kinds of the I'm fierce, I'm giving, I'm this, I'm that. I don't know the words. I'm looking down. I'm coming back up again. I'm going to throw a little movement, maybe catch a little bit of that chorus one more time. I'm going to keep it going. But when I tell you Michelle, laser focused in. We, the audience, the editors wanted us to see that. Serena got on that ground. I said, oh, come on, Auntie. She about to give it to the girls. Come on, Miss Sills. What's happening? And Smitty was on that ground too, serving. No words. We now have our back to the judges at points where we're just flossing the hair a tad bit. We have started to point this, that, that. I said, oh my God, it's over for her. She don't know now nothing. She know a little bit of the chorus, a little bit of it. Everything else, it was like, ooh. You were dragging Kenya about it online. You cannot defend that. This bitch was ready. I'm so sorry. This was so fucking random. Because I wasn't ready. I didn't think there was anything under that wig. I thought that lady was going to point in her little dress and her little wig and call it a day. Bitch, and the lyrics, do you understand me, are right, like literally as it's happening. And then I heard a rumor. As literally as it was so well timed. RuPaul and me were on the same level of cackling. Because what are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Wait, it's the I heard the Banana Rima lost it. They even did the choreo in that moment to the little bit because it was perfect. And that was it. I knew right then and there, oh, it's up. It's gone. She won, baby. Serena, you wanted RuPaul to laugh, sister, at something. That was it. She's had giggles over little moments here and there in conversation when y'all are in judging, but as far as performance style, sort of that was the laugh that you were trying to get in Snatch Game for sure. That was it right there. She was living for that moment. She said, this bitch is foolish and I love her and that's why we keeping her ass. Baby, they said Serena's name. Look at Fontana. Look at Kate. Look at Naomi. Naomi, you can reel it back, sister. You don't like they're like, I'm sorry. Yes? Did you see? Yes. Like you're Kevin McAllister and you just got the first sticky bandit to fall into one of your traps. Oh my God. Can I zoom in? Oh my gosh. I'm so mad at myself for not hold on, let me see if I can get this. Hold on, let me see. I want to try to get it up. Have y'all seen those memes where it's that song where that like I can't do it, but it's the gospel song in the background when something happens that's in your favor, like it's giving that for me. Hold on, let me get the picture. Let me see if I can get it up. Hold on. That is too fucking funny. Oh my God. Okay, let me get this picture up. Oh, as a matter of fact, I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to do. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. Give me a second. You know my foolish ass. Let's pull it up. Bitch, I might make that my new PFP. I'm not even going to lie. As a matter of fact, can I change that right now? Can I do that? Let me see. Oh God, where is it? Is it up now? Okay, bet. Here we go. Bam. When Jesus says yes, nobody can say no. When Jesus says yes, nobody can say no. I'm not worried about a thing. Yes, it all belongs to you. Nobody knows. Oh, someone get Michelle in the studio, please. Like, I would never. I don't think I would ever. But that's why I'm not Naomi. But that I wouldn't do that. But man, that made it funnier because it was like that girl was reading you, bitch, and you got to watch her get eliminated. Oh, I know that tummy was tickled. Rob, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Thanks for Wednesday giggles. This cast is goofy as fuck. And I love it. I really do. I'm here for the foolishness at this point because I'm like, what's going to happen next week? That's where my mind is at. What is going to happen next week? Please. At this point in time, Serena was saved. Now, excuse me. Got him confused. Sminty was gagged. I mean, she didn't know the words. Flicked Kate off. Baby, threw that middle finger up at Miss Kate, girl. I'm talking about RuPaul gave her a cute little moment. She didn't say not anything. Turns around, walks away with no ass, all back, all legs, flat screen television, very much giving LED, whatever the case may be, and flick Kate off. And Kate, ooh. Kate looks like white Janine from Abbott Elementary. That was very Janine of her. Ooh. Okay, kids. That was me. Oh goodness, look at Naomi just smiling. I haven't seen Naomi this happy the entire competition. I have not seen so much joy. Janine is Quinta Brunson's character. Ooh, couldn't get that name out. Like 3 actresses' names get in my head. I'm like, not her, Quinta. Naomi looks like God is real. God is real. But I will give Sminty this. Was a great way to walk out the door. That was plus. Sorry, that was plus. I like that. Okay, that was right. Yes. It was a cute exit line. Ooh, you will begin to cough in 7 days. Love, Sminty. Poor thing. Listen, God is good. God is good. Jesus is the word and blessing. Yeah. Naomi, I manifested this. I prayed for this. I would. That's still the funniest thing to me. They're going, yes. The fact that was. Oh, I had to holler. Hollered. What is UK versus the world, and what are we witnessing this season? I don't know, and I don't care. Highly entertained. Highly entertained I am this season. Highly. Okay. Don't know what's about to happen at this point. And I'm here for it, for sure. Let me tell you something. We had over 100 plus people in this live chat today, and I appreciate you for being here. Hit that like button before you walk out the door and leave a comment about this episode in particular, your highs, your lows, your yeses and nos. I want to hear it, and I appreciate you for tuning in. Once again, do not send hate to anybody that we talked about today. The shows, the individuals, the queens, production, RuPaul, all of that. None of those people need to hear your venom right now. That's not necessary. We're here to enjoy television. We have our opinions, whether they be pointed in one direction or not, but we're humans all the same, and we all got to wake up at the end of the day. Well, at the beginning of the day. There you go. And go to bed at the end, right? Okay, boo, pop, kabibble. But either way, it's wild. And okay, now I'm about to get a little messy. Okay, let me change my backdrop because, yeah, I'm going to get a little messy before I walk out this door. And I'm not talking about the tea and all that stuff that came out and all that mess, but I'm also going to give you a little bit of perspective. Right in Bob's. Is it not wild that shit came out, then that happened, and then this episode, I was like, boom, boom, boom. I was like, damn, like, did you know it was going to go down? And that's why we're having it happen now. And is this like Rita in her situation? Because she didn't want to say nothing until somebody said something. And that's why people were mad at her. Because she was like, well, no one know about it. I'm not going to talk about it. But now that we know about it, I'm going to talk about it. This is not like Hannah Donda, where Hannah came out the gate like, I had some bullshit in my past. Fuck all that. I've done the work for it. It's a little bit different. But the way this went down, because I didn't know about none of that stuff. It's not my business. It was shared with me. It was shared. I didn't even mention anything about possibly knowing something. Somebody came to me on my Twitter, shout out to them, and dropped those receipts. I was like, what? It's still up there. And then I didn't notice the apology come out. And I was like, hold on, is that over that? Or is this already in other groups? And is this just starting to spread like wildfire? And there was an explanation being given. The edgy part of it is that threw me off. I was like, I don't know how. I wish you would have kept that and just went into a different route. But I get it. That's what people do when they're edgy. They're racist, I guess. But like, that was years ago, right? Fine. Some people are still holding it. Some aren't. For me, I'm in a weird place when it comes to stuff like that. Because if I feel like actions that happened after that time, you didn't want to address that, but then now you do, and it's all right. But then there's things that feel like it's like, I don't know. Like I'm it's like, it's not for me. That's for the people who love them and are fans and support them and need to hear something so they don't feel like this person feels that way. That's what I feel that's for, versus the general population of people. Because if they weren't really paying your bills and supporting you, like, who are you really talking to? Regardless of all of that, the way that this just all went down, I was like, bro, that The timing, all of that was just a little wild. They say it comes in threes. Boom, boom, boom. And like that was already gonna happen, but it just around the time, I don't know if that's what people were trying to do and egg her into this happening and then it just all falling into place. But I just thought the timeline was a little like every 48 hours, something negative is about to happen. Sometimes, Tito, that's the best thing to do. Again, I wasn't even asking for it. I got the information. I was like, oh, and I had the pictures with the receipts and all that. And that is what it is. But at the end of the day, like I wasn't on that motherboard like that to where, you know, it is like I'm about to sit here and invest. My stock wasn't invested into that girl, is really what I'm trying to say. And at the same time, you know, it's like you did that shit. However, you didn't want nobody to know about it. Now it came back up. Now you want to talk about it. I guess that's really for them. It's not for us. And then some of us can just feel away is how we want to feel and then just move on from that, right? You gonna be like, okay, she's a great drag queen, but that little thing she did, not feeling it. Or I feel they're great, but what they did really disappointed me. Or it doesn't affect me because I'm not Black or Asian, and so that doesn't bother me, and I still love them. However you want to put it into words, that's fine. But this is why I don't do Reddit. This is why I don't go and look for these things. This is why I don't make videos about it. And this is nothing against content creators that do. I just don't want that right now. Like, I don't need it. Like, the only drama that has been entertaining to me has nothing to do with Drag Race drama, but more so the girl world universe of YouTube. That shit's hilarious, especially this low-cal arc. Oh my God, a fucking mess. That's the bullshit I'll be there for it and be like, yeah, sure, get me on to that nonsense. Like, these are some people who are like not on television. But all of this, it's a lot. So I send no hate to Sminty. I don't know them. I did get to meet them at DragCon one time. They were lovely. And of course, everybody has done something, or whatnot. But it is how you respond and react that I always say is important. And I think it's up to you on how you feel about that situation. And nobody needs to hold your hand over anything else and call it a day. But if you do something and something happens and there's a reaction to it, prepare to defend yourself verbally, people, or not respond at all and just stand your ground, because that's just really what it is. Honestly, just that's what you got to do. But all right, y'all, we're wrapping this up. I got to go. I got a headache out this world right now, and I need to chill. I'm about to get back into the fog real quick and play some DVD. I've been having a good time with that. So if you are a DVD player and you want to see me out there, I think Dooley's going to join me for some games. Let's do all that. But yeah, pop on through. So thank you so much for the super chats today. Thank you for the tippy poos. I appreciate you. I again encourage you to not send any hate to anybody that we talked about today. I encourage you to send these queens love and support them and be those kind of people in this world, right? But I'll catch you next Wednesday for the review for UK versus the World, as well as Tuesday for the reactions on Patreon. And also, I'll see you tomorrow for DVD stream, Friday for the America's Next Top Model documentary, and Saturday for season 18. I'll see you later. Take care. Until next time. Bye, everybody. As I tried to giggle to get the screen grab up, but I couldn't get it enough time, and I'm having to over-explain myself. Like, he needs to just stop. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. See you later.
Listen.